welcome, and in this video you're going to be learning about a few different lead magnet ideas you can use at the top of your sales funnel. Now, for those of you who don't know what a lead magnet or an opt-in asset is, it is something that you usually place at the top of your sales funnel for people to download or get sent to in order to place them into your sales funnel. You've probably seen a lot of the common ones. A lot of times people will say free checklist in exchange for your email, or free ebook if you put in your email address. And basically what that's doing is it's starting people in a sales funnel so that when they click and enter their information, it's going to send them that asset, and all of a sudden they are in your funnel and you can continue to nurture them to hopefully make a sale for a higher ticket item. Now, the problem with this is that you are starting to see a lot of the same things. Like we talked about, you see eBooks, and you see webinars, and you see video series, and it just gets a little played out. So in this video today, I'm going to be showing you fresh and alternate lead magnet ideas to start off your sales funnel. The best part about it is that in my last video, which talked about identifying customer needs, and if you haven't watched it, here's a link to it in the top of the screen. But if you've watched that one, then you have this wealth of new knowledge about what your customers are looking for, questions they want answered, all that kind of stuff. So you can use that information you've already gathered and turn that into an asset, turn that information into a lead magnet to start people in your funnel. So, without further ado, here are 10 fresh new lead magnet ideas for the start of your sales funnel. Number one for a fresh lead magnet idea is a done-for-you template. People love this stuff because it's mentally draining to start from the very beginning. So if you're like, hey, just create an ebook, man. And they're like, well, crap, I got to find not just the content, but I got to design a cover, and I've got to pick out the colors, and the typography, and then I've got to do all this stuff. And they end up not getting anywhere because they've got all these obstacles in their mind, whether they exist or not. But the point is that you're preventing your customer or your client from progressing and moving forward. So a done-for-you template is a great lead magnet to give away because you're already removing a huge pain out of the process. So let's say you're an ebook publisher. Well, you can give away a pre-created Kindle template for maybe different industries that all people have to do is drop in their Word doc or wherever they created their file, and it makes it into a nice looking ebook. Or you could do something that Canva's done. Canva does a great job of this. They create these infographics that already look great, and then all you have to do is drop in your information. So it removes a lot of the mental hesitation from your customers at having to create something totally from scratch. It gets them halfway there, which makes them a lot appreciative for your work and also builds trust in you. So lead magnet number one, a done-for-you template. Lead magnet idea number two is what I call an outcome preview. And this is where a prospect or a reader on your site or wherever they are can send you something. So they could send you a design, a photo, something personal, and you can collect that and make any alterations to it you need and kind of give them a preview of the outcome they're going to get through your product or service. So a good use of this would be if you're a plastic surgeon and someone is looking into getting their nose worked on. Well, they could send you or office a picture of their face, and you can get it in, do a little Photoshop magic, and you can send the client back a picture of them with a quote, new nose. Now, obviously this isn't the most scalable thing, because if you have 100,000 submissions every day, you probably can't get all those assets out and delivered on time. But if you're a local business and this is something that you can do quickly and do well, this is a really powerful way to give people a quick win, a preview of the outcome they get, and they love it. It's a really cool lead magnet idea. Lead idea magnet number three is a calculator. Now this might take a little bit of tech finesse, but if you can create a single page app calculator, you will see your conversions skyrocket because it's interactive, it's engaging, it does a hard equation for people that maybe is a little abstract in their minds, and it's just really cool. I've seen this used effectively with loan payoffs, be it for a car or for a house. You see it a lot with different weight programs, like this is how many calories you need to hold back to lose weight. You see it with taxes, just really anything you can think of that's going to calculate things. I've seen it even done with a wedding company where you can put in what kind of vibe you're going for and it will spit out kind of an estimate for what your wedding might cost. So if you can get with your developer or if you can code it yourself, having just a little calculator on your website that provides some sort of outcome or preview of services for something related to your industry is a really cool way to get people to submit their information. So they can do the calculation and say, hey, to get the results, we're calculating. To get the results, put in your email, and as soon as it's done, we'll send it to you. And people like that because they think, oh, this is going to take some time. Like the computer has to work. They've got to send me a customized quote, all that. And what's best of all is it's not as pressure filled as a custom quote. Because when I hear custom quote submit your house dimensions and we'll give you a custom quote, I'm thinking someone's going to call me or something like that. But if you can show an actual calculator and you can kind of make it look like it's working and just say, submit your email and we'll send you the results when the computer's done calculating, boom, conversions skyrocket. So that's your third idea, is a calculator. The number 4 lead magnet idea is an email course. Now a lot of people put out courses, but the beauty of doing an email course is a little bit double-fold because people might be a little bit leery of putting in their email and their name in the for the sake of a course. But when you say email course, just adding that word up front, they think, oh, well, it's an email course. Like I have to put in my email to do the course, right? Because how else are they going to send it to me? So not everyone connects that it's just like, well, why can't they just give it to me here? They think, well, this has to be email for some reason. And you get a lot more conversions than just doing a regular course. It needs to be nice. It needs to look nice. It needs to look, pretty professional. But you don't have to go hire out Steven Spielberg to come in and do Hollywood makeup and all that. You just want to make sure you're giving really good information and educating your customer. Lead magnet idea number 5 is a free strategy call. Now this is a little bit similar to step 4 with the email course in that a little change of words. So most companies write what? Consultation. To me, consultation seems a little bit serious. It seems kind of like a high pressure, high sales environment. But with a free strategy call, by saying that, you're positioning this asset a little bit better. To me, that's not as high pressure. It seems like someone's just calling to talk strategy. And what works even better is if you can put a video on the landing page of you or whoever's doing your strategy call saying, hey, I'm Brandon. I want to do a free strategy call with you. This is not a high pressure sales thing. I just want to see if I can help you. And automatically you're saying, I want to see if I can help you. So you've got some irons in the fire. You're not just trying to sell your product to the person. You're saying, I want to see what your problem is, and if I think I can help, maybe we can talk about it. If not, you've got some strategy or some ideas to carry you forward to someone else. No harm, no foul. So just changing that from a consultation to a free strategy call can make a load of difference in your conversions. So take off consultation, blah, 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 that's old school, free strategy call. And what's more important is that if you can get someone on the phone and you can help them and show them that you can help them and give them some good ideas, you're inspiring them, you're building trust, and they'll be much more likely even then to work with you versus if they'd had no contact at all. Free strategy call. Lead magnet idea number 6 is a transcript. A lot of sites and a lot of businesses will give out guides or blueprints or how-tos, but the power of a transcript is that it is actually you in practice doing something that your client wants to do. Now obviously this doesn't work for every industry, but let's say you are teaching a person how to sell cars. And you can give them all the how-to guides and all that kind of stuff, but it's kind of like reading about how to play guitar without actually picking up a guitar and playing it. Is that if you don't practice it and put it into practice and see it happening, you're not going to be as good as you could be. So by providing a transcript of you, who is ideally a professional, doing this, you're giving someone a real-world application. So if you can provide a transcript of maybe a successful car sale you made, or let's say you're a financial planner and you can give your protege or your trainee an exact transcript of how you converted a high-paying client or something like that, all of a sudden they can see exactly the little subtleties in your phrasing and all that kind of stuff. So an actual transcript is a great lead magnet idea. Lead magnet idea number 7 is an audiobook. So if you started with sales funnels, you probably already have an ebook or a guide or something like that. But what is something that everyone is going crazy about these days? Audible and podcasts. People are spending so much time in their cars, so much time on their way to work, that they don't have time to read, but they've got time to listen. So if you took that ebook, which is becoming more and more challenging to put at the top of a sales funnel because there's so many and it's kind of information overload, you can actually add value to that book by creating an audiobook. You can either do it yourself or pay someone on Fiverr to do it for you, whatever you want. But if you can say, hey, if you don't have time to read this, put in your information and we'll send you an audiobook. Because it's audio, it's already perceived as being of higher value than just a kind of infinite ebook resource, right? And people are much more apt to submit to get that because they're like, that's super convenient, it's going to save me a ton of time, I want to learn this information, and an audiobook on my way to work would be perfect. Lead magnet idea number 8 is a private Facebook group. So let's say someone goes to your site or goes to a landing page, whatever the top of your funnel is, and you have a video explaining how to accomplish something in your industry that your customers want. Well, what if after that you said, do you want to know more? Well, I've got a private Facebook group, and it's free. It doesn't have to be some sort of recurring membership fee or anything like that. If you want to join, just enter your name and email, and I'll give you the link to it or whatever. And in that group is a whole community of people just like you. So you're kind of playing off what social media does because you're establishing a community, which a lot of people want to feel a part of, right? But you're also giving exclusivity. And if you could even put some scarcity on it, like this is limited to the first 500 people or whatever, you're going to see your conversions go up a lot because people want to be in on the exclusive group and people want to feel that community of people that are like them. So that's another lead magnet idea you can try, is a private Facebook group. Lead magnet number 9 is a gear or a resource list. Lists are quick, they're easy, especially if they can kind of be delivered in infographic form. So if you're a photographer and you want to teach other people how to become a photographer, if you could give away, hey, here's my exact gear list, like when I'm out in the field, this is what I use. To get this portrait effect, this is what I use. Here's my portrait package, here's my landscape package, or whatever photographers use, right? Or even a resource list. Like I use this a lot. Like I will tell people what WordPress themes I like using, what plugins I like using, what digital marketing idea sites I like using. And if you can cut people's time in half by providing them with kind of a curated list, they're going to want to download that. So you show that on your landing page. Say, hey, here's some information. Do you want to get my full resource list or my gear list or whatever it is? Enter your information. I'm going to send it here. It's going to save you a lot of time. You're not going to have to go looking around for all this stuff that I've taken a long time finding myself. I'm just going to give it to you. So that is number 9, a gear or resource list. Finally, lead magnet idea number 10 is a prediction paper. People love predictions. Everyone still talks about Nostradamus all the time. The President's State of the Union address is one of the most watched speeches of the year. Even Frank Kern got really big off doing his State of the Internet speeches for a few years there. So people just want to know what's coming on the horizon so they can kind of get a jump on that. So anything that's like web design trends 2018 or tax changes that you should know about, maybe your CPA, tax changes that could maximize your deductions this year. Something, kind of exciting like that or whatever. But any sort of prediction paper where you can help people that maybe are behind you in terms of skill or knowledge get ahead of the curve and kind of make them feel like one of the insider members is going to shoot that conversion rate up as well, because you're giving people value. You're saying, hey, I spend all my time studying this, I want to bring you up to speed. So a prediction paper can be a great opt-in lead magnet. So I hope that video gave you some fresh ideas for new lead magnets that you can start putting on your website and at the top of your sales funnels. If you want, I would love for you to click over to the link below, which will take you to my website. If you want to, subscribe below. Again, I'm Brandon Stiles, sales funnel expert out of Atlanta, and looking forward to learning and teaching more with you. Thanks a lot.